think one other sort of really nice to have feature, if you care a great deal about diversity and inclusion, is this notion of what we call anonymized screening, right? So if I bring up my list of candidates here, you can see we have a whole bunch of candidates. Obviously, these are all fake people, but these are real names and real information. And if I click into myself, for example, I can see, and again, I'm in the split view that I customized for myself before, but if I come back here, I can see my real contact information, my LinkedIn profile. I can see the source of my application, the answers to my questions. I can see my resume and everything associated with that as it was originally submitted. If you want to remove unconscious bias from your process, what you can actually do is go into your jobs, edit them, and we can turn on what we call anonymized screening. So if I do this and I scroll down to the bottom and save the job, what we're going to do is get taken back to our list of candidates, and we'll see that they've all been given, frankly, ridiculous names. So instead of, Bob Jones or John Doe or Sally Day, we get coral, pumpkin, pomegranate, meridian, peas, papaya, and so on and so forth. So every candidate has been given a name that is a combination of fruits, vegetables, and colors. The reason we do this is we used to call the candidates candidate 1, candidate 2, candidate 50, etc., etc. But candidate 1 statistically got more offers than any other candidate. So we were just introducing a different form of preferential bias. Now, unless you have a particular affinity for carrots, you're absolutely fine. And so if we jump into this example candidate, which I know to be me, I'm now called lilac, carrot, banana. What you'll see is a slightly different view, right? So instead of seeing Tom Hackwell and my email address and all of my associated information, I instead now see fake information that's been hidden due to anonymized screening. The source of my application has been hidden. The answers to my questions and my personal summary are there as they were, but we've scanned these and we've removed any personally identifiable references or anything alluding to gender or ethnicity or education or socioeconomic background, etc., etc. Same for the resume. And so instead of showing you the original resume, we've now passed the resume, we've extracted all of the core information, and we've represented that in a consistent fashion for every candidate. So we've kind of reformatted the contact details, and then you can scroll through this and you can see these are all of the different jobs that I might have had. And again, we've scanned this to try and identify anything that would allude to protected characteristics and sort of remove them, right? So essentially, the idea here is that you can go through, review all of these candidates without having any access to their sort of personally identifiable information. You can make an assessment based on standard and fair criteria for everybody. You can even go in and complete scorecards for these candidates without that information. You could then review, for example, the scorecards report. And the benefit of this is we have lots of organizations that really, really, really care about diversity and inclusion, and they'll have a process, for example, where they review every candidate, complete a simple scorecard, and then everybody over a certain threshold, let's say over 65%, gets taken forward for an interview before we've even seen the name or anything sort of sensitive about the candidate. The way this works is you move your candidates then and treat them just like you normally would if anonymized screening was off. You move them into an interview stage, you invite them to an interview, and at the point that the candidate schedules an interview, their information is automatically revealed to you, because at that point, obviously, you need to know who you're going to be speaking to on your call or face-to-face, and you're going to meet with them and see them, and all of the sort of work we're doing to remove their protected characteristics will become apparent oftentimes. So that's how anonymized screening works, and this is completely optional. It's all included in the product though, and we've found that this has made an incredible difference for some of the organizations we work with in terms of the diversity of candidates making it through to that interview stage. We're super proud of the impact that this has had.